Township for coming out, Senator Kane for coming out. Appreciate that very much. All of our volunteers, our members, our staff. This is really truly a historical day. We've been working on this project, I say we collectively as a Summit Area YMCA since 2009. And we've been in Berkeley Heights for well over 20 years. It's not more than half our life we've been trying to leave Berkeley Heights and find another place to go. And so it's been quite a wild experience that took us through a lot of adventures, a lot of different sites, a lot of different investigations, a lot of money, a lot of conversations, but it's all worth it as we stand here today. You see some beautiful pictures here. And this is going to be an incredible looking building. And we have some amazing partners that are making this happen. I would like to thank Vericon Construction, USA Architects, Dynamic Engineering, Jeff Sobel Associates, Investors Bank, of course, Grow. So many folks that have worked with us over the last 2 years to make this a reality. This building will be special, but please don't be confused by the bricks and mortar, or by the glass, or by the new floors. We cannot forget that the mission of our Y goes much, much further than bricks and mortar, right? Where you see a child care center, a 3-room child care center of 45 preschoolers, I see a child for the first time learning STEM. Where you see a lobby with a fireplace and flat screens and plenty of coffee, seniors. I see a senior or someone in the community reconnecting after the loss of a spouse and having a new community. Well, you see a whole second floor wellness center for people pumping iron and running on treadmills and doing personal training. I see cancer survivors coming back, getting into shape, not just physically, but emotionally. Where you see a gymnasium, a full-size gymnasium that can hold so many people. I see 2 people, a father and a daughter, reconnecting on a Saturday afternoon, probably the first time they spent one-on-one time together all week. So you see, the why for us here in Berkeley Heights was never about building square feet, pools. It was about expanding our mission. It was about expanding our impact. It was about having the ability to really change lives. So what we're celebrating this morning, in my eyes, is our ability to do that, to do it in a greater way. I truly believe this is going to be an evolutionary experience for Berkeley Heights and the surrounding communities. Why? Everybody around here is going to step foot on this property. This has been a historical site for well over 50 years. From the Berkeley Heights Community Pool in 1963-64, a small group of residents came together and said, let's dig a hole, let's make a pool, and let's have an outdoor pool. This wasn't the township, this wasn't the YMCA, this was an organic grassroots effort to provide recreation and fun for the community. We are simply continuing that tradition. This is our community. This is our organic effort to continue that tradition, to provide amazing experiences for our community. There's so many people I do want to thank, and I'm going to try not to say too many names because then I could go on for a long time, but we have an owner of this building, and we have someone who's going to keep the keys and is going to be the face of this building. And Tiffany Escott and her staff at Berkeley Heights have been working so hard since 2009, and they are planning everything down to the last detail as we speak. And I just want to give a big round of applause for Tiffany and the staff at Berkeley Heights. I also want to give a big round of applause to our facilities committee. We have trustees, we have committees, and our facilities committee is truly responsible for the facilities of our association. And Yancho has been with us since about 2009, and I wasn't quite there yet, but pretty much when Jan started, he was tasked with this, of can we find a new place in Berkeley Heights? And Jan, since I come in here, he's given us guidance, he's kept us stable, he's kept us in a straight line, he's kept us level, and most importantly, he's had a lot of trust and confidence in us, and really galvanized the rest of staff and the volunteers to believe that this can be done. And I just want to give a special round of applause to Yancho and the facilities committee. Bonner, there's a famous line, and I believe one of my colleagues who I've worked with in the past, and one of my mentors is here, Rick Gorab, used to say it a lot, and I said it from the day I came here, especially when we started addressing this situation about staying in Berkeley Heights. And a lot of people questioned us, why Berkeley Heights? And there's one sentence that I always say, that every community gets the why it deserves. Every community gets the why it deserves. And it took me about 2 days to know that this community wanted a why. And it's so many different ways that Berkeley Heights can support this project. And we asked for so many things when we came here. And they never backed down. And they always had our back. And I'm not just talking about the township, I'm talking about the residents, I'm talking about our members. When times were tough, they kept saying, go ahead, keep pushing towards your vision. They supported us not just emotionally, but also financially. And we still want that support. Yeah, we came here based on an ask from the Berkeley Heights Community Pool over 2 years ago. An ask to come and help them operate this outdoor pool. What we're going to build now is another new outdoor pool, and we're going to continue their vision. But we were asked to come here because they believed in our mission, they believed in our values, they believed in what we stand for. We have an obligation to continue that, not just the Berkeley Heights Community Pool, but the whole community of Berkeley Heights and beyond. We're ready, we're excited, and I thank you all for all your support. Thank you.